Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Splash Sisters. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Mev.
And we're so excited for this week because the NBA playoffs started and we just got our first round matchup so far, and it's been one game. And what has been your favorite game so far?
I'd have to say the Lakers versus Grizzlies. That game was really intense, especially with like all the injuries. It was just like crazy. Um, Also the Kings versus the Warriors. Like that game was so good.
Yeah, that one went down to the wire too. And for me, what also went down to the wire was the Knicks versus Cavs. And as a Knicks fan, that game really, really gave me anxiety.
Yeah, it was like pretty close the entire game. The Knicks, I feel like they proved everyone wrong. Like they have it. They're like an all around good team. Like it's.
I've been
Comparing to
telling
the-
you this.
I know. I just like to hate. At first, I was thinking that it was the Cavs game, like the Cavs series. Like the Knicks had no chance, but now it's looking like it's just gonna come down to Game 7, possibly.
Honestly, it was really key for us to steal a game on the road, especially early on. The Cavs are a really tough team to be and play against. For me, I feel like we really exploited their depth because obviously playoff rotation only goes up to 8 really, because only 3 really get subbed in. The starters play heavy minutes, but for us, we could play. Our starters didn't even play that many heavy minutes, which is surprising for a Tibbs team. But we went deep in our bench too, and that's where we have a huge edge over them because our top 3 off the bench is way better than their top 3 or 4 off the bench.
Yeah, you guys have like Emmanuel Quickley, possibly 6th man of the year. What was his name?
Hartenstein.
Hartenstein. I always forget. It sounds like it sounds like Frankenstein.
Hart, who's
But
Josh Hart, who was huge for us. Like Quickly didn't really have a good game, which is good because he got the bad game out of the way. He's gonna play good throughout the series. I have a feeling. But Josh Hart was amazing. Like he made such a key shot in the fourth quarter, and when we were down 1, he just came up so big. He is so good at everything. I'm not even kidding. He is good at every single thing on the basketball
I'm not gonna
court.
lie. Like I saw something that said when you pair up like old teammates like Hart and Brunson, they're just like magic, especially like on
the chemistry
Kings.
is really
Yeah,
strong.
especially on the Kings too, with like Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox. Like they used to be college teammates. So just imagine the Knicks getting Mikal Bridges too. That would be like the best.
Stop! I think we would win championships because they have the experience. They know how to win. Mikal Bridges is a future superstar, in my opinion. Like he reminds me of like Kevin Durant sometimes. Good, just the way like I don't even know. He's just so good, and his shooting is getting better and better as each game goes on. He has the two-way ability too, which is crazy.
Yeah, like he almost won Defensive Player last year, and this year he's dropping 30 plus points whenever he wants. Like
the second he got his own team, he is scoring. Like it's crazy. It's like how James Harden left the Thunder, went crazy. Just I feel like the same thing's gonna happen to him too.
Yeah, next year especially, he's gonna be.
Unless he wants to come to the Knicks, then
no, he's not. I don't think he's gonna leave. He's gonna get that money.
He definitely will. But as for the Knicks, I feel like this will definitely be a close series regardless because we survived the Mitchell storm. He was going crazy too in the fourth.
The thing is, like Mitchell and Brunson weren't that efficient, but they are like their team's like best player. So
yeah, and like I'm not gonna expect Randall to shoot that bad again. But if we're being honest, I
will expect that to happen again.
Listen, Randall played a lot better. Like he came off an injury. He's been out a couple weeks. He played like other than the bad shooting. I feel like he was really good. Other than like he was good all around. And for me, RJ Barrett too. RJ Barrett didn't shoot well. He was playing good defense. I mean, Quickly wasn't that great. He will 100% bounce back. Obi Toppin was great. Not great, but you know he was really good. And Hartenstein is like one of the best backup centers in the league. We are just really deep, and it's gonna be hard for the Cavs to beat us. Their bench had like 10 points.
Their bench is absolutely disgusting. Chetty's like the best player on the bench in my opinion, and he didn't take that many shots, but they need someone off the bench to come in and like change the game.
Caris LeVert should have been that guy, but he was so bad. Like, I'm not sure if he'll play that bad again, but I really hope he does.
I mean, he isn't as good as he used to be, so I don't know. Like the best option is Chetty and LeVert off the bench, so
which is terrible. The Knicks have like 4 or 5 people off the bench, better than anyone off the Cavs bench. Like our fifth best bench player would probably be their best bench player.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's actually kind of crazy. But yeah, the Cavs have to hope that their core four goes crazy because Mobley was missing like he was missing like really bad layups. Like he was missing really bad. Allen
Yeah.
too didn't really play good offensively.
Mobley just tends to get like overpowered.
Garland too needs to
Yeah.
play better if they want to win games this series.
Yeah, and Mobley's obviously extremely good, but he tends to get like overpowered down below, boxed out and everything. So
Just saying, we gave one of the best defenses so much work. That's why I'm saying like best offense will be the best defense or one of the best defenses. We're so good offensively. It's just because we have so many weapons on like every single part of the offensive floor.
I think it's still crazy how like Mobley got so many Defensive Player of the Year votes, just because all of a sudden because of the Cavs like defensive rating. Like I feel like that's the mostly the
Yeah, but I
reason
feel
why.
like he's also getting a lot of defensive player of the year votes because he played a lot more than Jarren Jackson Jr., which is not really good.
That's such a bad thing to do, especially now since they're changing like the requirements. Because did you see how amazing Jarren Jackson Jr.
The
played?
requirements are really strict now.
I know, like the way Jarren Jackson Jr. played, I think that just proved that he deserves Defensive Player of the Year, and he deserves to be an All-Star. And all
I saw people saying on the timeline that Jarren Jackson Jr. is better than Ja.
He is. Jarren Jackson Jr. is better than John Morant. I'm taking Jarren Jackson Jr. on my team.
Can
He's a better defender.
Can we please chill with this recency bias?
The Grizzlies are literally better without John Morant.
Player.
The Grizzlies are literally better without John Morant. They went 15-0 when he was out. Like they're literally better without
please
him.
Stop, please. That's the most casual thing.
They're
going to get. I'm saying right now. You're saying that they win games. They can win games without Ja. They're getting swept without Ja.
Obviously, Ja needs to play, but Jarren Jackson Jr. is better than Ja.
No, Ja is like top 20. Ja is like top 15, top 20 in the league. Ja's
overrated.
Jarren Jackson's like top 30.
John Morant's kind of overrated in my opinion. Jarren Jackson Jr.
I think this
is better.
Is crazy what people are saying about Ja because obviously he's had an underwhelming year just because of the drama and controversy.
The Grizzlies were the second seed.
Still very really good.
The Grizzlies were the second seed. John Morant missed so many games.
Jarren missed games too.
They won so many games because of Jarren.
And Ja, whenever
I'm talking about when Ja was out and Jarren was playing.
The games Ja plays, he's their leading man. He is. And he's their most valuable. Like the offense runs through him. He controls the game.
Jarren Jackson Jr. had 30 points.
Jarren Jackson obviously leads them defensively. They both are really important. But Ja is the guy.
Jarren Jackson Jr.'s offensive game has literally imploded. Like he has been so good.
Imploded is like bad.
Oh.
You mean improved?
Improved. That's literally what I meant. Like, why are you the grammar police all of a sudden?
Yeah, people would like screen record that one part and like try and like say you're dumb.
It's really not that deep. Like it's just a word.
Jarren Jackson, obviously, if he keeps taking leaps in his offensive game, it's gonna be hard to like deny it. Like his ceiling is really high, especially with that defensive value he puts on the floor. But yeah, for now I feel like Ja is definitely better. But if Jarren keeps taking that leap, I don't know. He looked really, really good against the Lakers. And did you see Ja's injury? It was really bad. I think he definitely is not playing game 2.
Yeah, I think it was like mostly like a freak accident. I see people trying to say like that they should abolish the charge. Literally, like that's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard.
People were actually furious because obviously Giannis and Ja got hurt because of the charge yesterday. But I feel like you can't really win with either like getting rid of it and having it still. You can't really win because people are still going to get injured no matter what. But if you take away the charge, people like Giannis will average like 70 points per game. Yeah, like he'll like just truck through everyone and just score at will.
If you're not allowed to try to draw a charge, you're gonna have to move out of the way and let them score every time. That makes no sense, especially if you're already defending down below. Like how else? Especially sometimes they're like Giannis, for example, he runs into people. He literally runs into them like a monster, like a monster truck.
But do you know what does bother me about the charge? I feel like players just like fall no matter what. Like they barely get touched, but they fall, which is hard for the offensive player because they do go fast towards the rim. And if you're falling, you're like disrupting their balance. This is why Giannis got hurt yesterday. This is why John Morant got hurt. I feel like you should have to stay. You have to keep your feet set. Like you have to not fall on your own because obviously that's what everyone does. If you actually get like pushed over, then you fall. But if you do it purposely, that really does put people in danger, and
Thing
it really
is,
does annoy me.
the thing is, like, Kevin Love's feet were set too, but Giannis came in like and tried to like jump over him. Like, what do you like? Kevin Love is a big man. Like, you can't just do that.
I don't know.
Obviously,
It
I
looked like
think it was.
Kevin barely got touched and flew back, which was, and then Giannis fell, and it looked really unsettling.
It did
Like
look really bad. That could
people,
have been avoided in my opinion.
defensive players really do rely on the flops to get bailed out on defense. It really is frustrating to watch. Like I wish they could get rid of it, but at the same time, you really can't win if you get rid of it. But defensive players are really, really annoying. They take advantage of it. They flop. They don't actually play defense, and it like pisses me off.
A lot of people try to like take like charging is a big thing for like you said defensive games. Like sometimes you'll see a center just flop, like take a charge instead of actually trying to play defense nowadays. Like I said, like Giannis goes in, tries to dunk, you're gonna have to try to take a charge, or you're just gonna let him score.
Yeah, but you just have to stay there, and they will call it against him if he runs right into them. But if you fall while you're at it and he's in the air, like Jaw was in the air, they fell back. Like, people are gonna get hurt.
Yeah, like Jaw plays extremely reckless sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying like Jaw can also be blamed for his own ways because he just jumps like he's on springs. He needs to relax sometimes because his hand was already
He
hurting.
reminds me of D Rose. He literally reminds me of D Rose so much.
His wrist was already wrapped too, and he pulled that, and he got hurt even more. He really needs to relax too, because jumping like that at the rim, like he's trying to dunk on everyone, is not going to work out for you in long term.
Yeah, and I think it's crazy how some people like everyone was saying to like get rid of it.
People don't realize if they get rid of it, it would just be a disaster.
The Lakers ended up winning that game, and people were trying to say, "Oh, it was because Ja got hurt." The Lakers had so much momentum even when AD got hurt. AD
the Lakers are a better team than the Grizzlies. Like period. Even if Ja played the whole time, the Lakers are better. Me too.
I've literally been saying this. I obviously picked them too in my bracket, and I literally said I would shave my head if the Lakers lost. And I only said that because I knew they weren't. They're not going to lose. There's no shot. You have players on the Lakers on the bench hitting 29 points per game. Hitting 29 points. Rui. That's never been seen from a LeBron teammate. And then you think finally LeBron gets help and he's going to go out?
When have we ever seen?
Makes no sense.
When have we ever seen three guys play better than LeBron in a win? Like, literally, when has that ever happened?
Never.
Like Mev said, LeBron could definitely take a seat back. Because Austin Reeves is like really good. Obviously, LeBron is the best player on the team, but he doesn't have to carry like he used to anymore. That's why this trade was really
And
really
if Austin Reeves keeps playing like the third best player, he played better than D'Lo. Not but and he even did play better. He did play better than LeBron too, but if he just consistently stays a third best player, he's gonna get that bag in the summer, and he deserves it. He literally deserves it.
Do you know what's funny to me? People try and say, "Oh, LeBron makes his teammates worse, this, that," but when you play with LeBron, you get a bag.
Yeah, and
you get a bag.
And so much for LeBron holding his teammates back when literally four of his teammates got 20 points and up. Well, D'Lo had 19, but
LeBron wins people championships. The people, especially Warriors fans, they're the ones that try to push that agenda that LeBron makes teammates worse, and it's just the most casual take that anyone could ever have. But
like, I literally knew Warriors fans were gonna try to make LeBron look so bad. Like, oh, like I wish Curry could sit back and not have to score for his team to win.
Oh my god,
like they could not wait.
A Warriors fan on his face was like, Curry has never played with someone as good as Anthony Davis. There's something wrong with those fans. Not all of them. Some of them are cool. But did they forget Kevin Durant was holding up the Finals MVP in 2 championships? Like, they get mad about that, to be honest. They think Curry should have had those MVPs, those Finals MVPs. That's why they try and like diminish KD.
I mean, that's karma.
They're just butthurt that he came in, was arguably the best player off the bat.
Yeah, and it's literally honestly karma that Curry didn't get those Finals MVPs. Karma for even getting KD on that team in the first place. And guess what happens when they won without a super team? Curry finally gets his Finals MVP. So that's just how the books were meant to be written. And Curry got his finals MVP, but don't take it away from KD, the ones he did win. And don't try to erase KD from history. Absolutely crazy. They tried to actually forget that KD existed and that Curry didn't need him when they needed each other.
They needed each other to beat LeBron.
Exactly.
They could not. If the Warriors never got Kevin Durant, they would lose to LeBron pretty easily.
Exactly. Like the East already knew with LeBron.
They only
there,
won. They won 2015.
Yeah.
They won in 2015 because LeBron had injured teammates. They injured LeBron. No, they didn't injure, but yeah, they won in 2015 because LeBron's teammates got injured. LeBron still took them to 6. After that, the 2016 LeBron beat them. Oh, because LeBron's team was healthy, right? Then after that, they had to cry for Kevin Durant in the parking lot. They won two championships with Kevin Durant. I wish LeBron got to play with Kevin Durant. He'd easily win. Like, people try to put LeBron's record against him, bro. Say, oh, Curry's more of a winner than LeBron. Curry got to play with Kevin Durant. I'm sure if LeBron got to play with Kevin Durant, he would have beat Curry prime. Easily, like so easily. Anyways, so they beat LeBron,
and that was prime KD, not post Achilles tear KD now, who can barely drive. That was like the scary KD that the whole entire league was scared of.
And people are really trying to hold LeBron's finals record against him. Like, God help Curry if LeBron got to play with Kevin Durant against him in the finals. God help Kevin Durant if LeBron got to play with Curry against him in the finals.
Yeah, like the East,
come on.
Exactly. Like, East was terrified of LeBron, and nobody even realized how much the West was just as terrified to face him in the finals. They had to form super teams.
It just gets me mad because LeBron would have more championships if Kevin Durant never went to the Warriors. And people's whole mindset would be changed on LeBron because people look at his record without context, which is the worst part of like arguing with someone and having
because actual real ball knowers know that finals record does not mean anything.
LeBron is by far, like, I'm not even kidding, like mountains and mountains ahead of everyone in his generation. Like, he's still like neck and neck with MJ for greatest of all time, but of his generation, since the minute he came in the league, he is by far head and shoulders above any player that's ever played since he's been in the league.
And the fact that he has outgrown players younger than him, and he's 38, is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy.
He averaged 30 for most of the season until he got hurt too, at 38 years old. Like, he is a different specimen. Like, he is not real.
And people keep saying, like, even me, like, oh, LeBron, like, in the game the first game of the playoffs, LeBron, oh, he can finally sit back. At the same time, he wasn't even sitting back, but he was busting his ass on the defensive end, busting his ass and rebounding and everything, and he still scored 21 points. That's crazy.
Mev actually predicted that the Lakers win it all. This season, will. I feel like this season is really different because there's like so many teams that could win this year.
No, like, there isn't, because
the Suns showed us that they're not really superhuman because the Suns have a lot of flaws.
Listen, a lot of teams got exposed in their first game. A lot of teams did. For example, the Suns, their bench is worse than the Cavs bench, and that's
saying something. I feel like the Suns bench is better than the Cavs bench, but Monty Williams doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to utilize his bench.
100%. They got some good players. Like, they have better players on their bench than the Suns. The Suns have. They played Landry Shamet 24 minutes. I mean, they are missing Cameron Payne, but why in the world would you play Landry Shamet 24 minutes?
I don't understand Monty Williams. He's not playing TJ Warren at all. TJ Warren is still a good player. He can give you buckets.
Yeah, TJ Warren was literally like a bubble legend. It's kind of sad to see how he comes back and they don't even play him. I still feel like
even give me past that. He was actually pretty efficient on the Nets, and he can give you buckets and play defense if you need him to. But also, they signed Terrence Ross from the buyout market. He played 4 minutes. He's a great shooter. They need to play him more if you're gonna go deep in your rotation. Also, Josh Okogie only played like 6 minutes. He started a great deal of games this year,
and he's an amazing defensive player too.
And he only played 6 minutes. Like, how does that make any sense?
Monty Williams, literally from coach of the year to like, what the hell are you doing this year?
His lineups was definitely questionable. He probably will try to play Josh at some point, but I don't know what's his reluctance on TJ Warren. Like, TJ Warren is not barely played at all.
He's obviously looking at that first game. He's gonna have to see, like, what do I do, because this lineup is not going to work. They might not even beat the Clippers with this lineup. The Clippers are way deeper than the Suns. Way deeper.
If the Suns lose to the Clippers, that's like really embarrassing.
It's not even embarrassing because
it is. Kawhi
was
unconscious,
bro.
Kawhi's the lone star on this team, and he outplayed anyone on the Suns.
Yeah, Kawhi literally played. I feel like Kawhi and Russ are like an amazing duo. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like Russ doesn't. The only thing Russ needs to do is not shoot. Like he
needs to realize that. Like, seriously,
he doesn't need to shoot. Like, that does not need to be a part of his game. I saw someone say like he needs to embrace that Draymond type of role, which I 100% agree. His defense was outrageous, and his rebounding.
He needs to do that.
Russ's rebound, and then his block, or what did he do? He blocked him
and then saved it from going out of bounds.
His rebound, and then his block, and then his good instincts save the Clippers the game.
For me, Russ definitely,
he literally locked down KD.
If he realizes he's not a good scorer anymore, if he focuses on passing, rebounding, and defense, like you said, he literally is a point guard Draymond.
He was never really a shooter either. Like, he would always his
only
athleticism would drive him to the rim.
Only shoot when you're open, like wide open. That's the only time you should shoot, or when you have a good look at the rim. Do not just try and create your own shot and shoot. It's not gonna go in. He needs to focus on that defense. I think that was like one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen from Russ. If not the best.
He needs to work on that. Like, that needs to be a staple of his game now. Like, that's what's gonna make people shut up.
Because the Clippers have players who can shoot.
The thing is, Russ, I don't care if he shoots, but at most of the game, he had more shots than Kawhi. Like, he was taking more shots than Kawhi.
I don't know why Tyler doesn't feel like, dude, just chill on the shooting. Like, work on your other things that you're good at it. But also, I wish Paul George was playing, but maybe the Clippers would beat the Suns. That would be a big upset.
Yeah, I just know like a lot of people owe Russ an apology, because I was still saying that he is a good NBA player still. And everyone was like, "No, he's washed.
He is when he wants to be. He is when he wants to be."
You were saying that he is not a competent NBA player anymore.
He is.
So apologize.
I'm not apologizing.
Right now.
I'm not apologizing because I'm not apologizing.
Apologize. We're waiting.
Shut up! I hate when you talk over me.
Why are you screaming? I'm right next to you. Apologize.
No.
You guys see this? She never says when she's wrong, ever.
Up. Anyways, I'm trying to say that. I'm really trying to talk.
You guys are witnessing her never admitting what she's. If you ruin my hair, you're done. I can't breathe. You have mental issues.
She's so annoying. Oh my god. What is wrong with you? Let me talk.
You have mental issues. Like, I'm actually
you have mental issues. Let me talk. Anyways.
I'm calling a mental hospital right now. Like, you need help. I'm calling a mental hospital.
Okay, add that to your 24 hours of screen time. Anyways. Ow! Stop!
You hit me first. Okay.
You have issues. Anyways, I'm not apologizing because there's still a lot of the series left.
No, you have to apologize.
There's still a lot of the series left, and I feel like...
Okay, if the Clippers win, you have to apologize.
Okay, I will apologize to Russell Westbrook if the Clippers win the series. Because I feel like Russ can choose. He literally chooses when to be a good NBA player. Sometimes he literally looks terrible. But yesterday, he, despite the bad shooting, was really, really good. Like, you never know what Russ you're going to get. That's why I'm not going to apologize. Because what if he plays, like, horseshit tomorrow? No, I'm not apologizing. Cry! Anyways.
You have issues, dude. Like... I don't know why you can't just admit when you're wrong. Like, apologize to Russ right now.
I'm not wrong because Russell Westbrook was terrible on the Lakers, so I'm not gonna say he was good and lie to myself.
No, he just didn't fit on the Lakers, and they put like
blah blah.
The Lakers,
he shot 3 for 19 many times on the Lakers.
The Lakers didn't let Russ be Russ.
That's just an excuse for Russ playing bad. What people use when Russ plays bad.
That's not true.
It is true. I hear that excuse all the damn time. Anyways,
okay, man. Whatever you say.
Anyways, let's talk about some series that are like pointless. Like 76ers versus Nets, Wolves versus Nuggets, what else? Hawks versus Celtics.
I'm not even kidding.
Like, can we just skip these series because like we don't want to see them. Like, they're blowouts.
I'm literally not even kidding. The Wolves versus Nuggets game put me to sleep. I was laying down in bed. the Wolves were literally getting blown out. Like that put me to sleep. It's actually kind of sad. Like the last game of the night, like I personally stay up late sometimes. Like I want to be more excited. Like the game should be more exciting. It just kind of it's tough to see how bad Karl Anthony Towns is. Like he is in his like 10th NBA season. What are you doing, bro? Like you should be better than this. You should be a better playoff performer. I don't know, man. Like
Honestly,
trade his
I
ass.
don't know. I don't know. I feel like no one's gonna trade for Cat because he has the worst contract in the league.
Like the Wolves have no
I don't know if
option
that's
but to
how it
trade
takes,
him. He's not proving
he
himself.
has the worst contract by any superstar in the league, and which is
Superstar,
like superstar star, because he's getting paid superstar money, which is why it's such a bad contract. The Wolves have two guys who are making $200+ million. The Wolves literally have two guys who have worst contracts in the league, terrible contracts. Like, what do they do? No one's gonna trade.
I
no
can't
one's gonna
believe they
trade for any of
traded so
them.
many firsts for Rudy Gobert, someone who can't score, and someone who's just like, what kind of impact? Obviously his defensive impact is good, but like that's just not enough. Like he almost ruined the trade market also with that. He was not good enough for all those picks. Like they finessed the Wolves. They finessed the Jazz for real.
Cat is making $50 million, I think, for the next few years, which is literally crazy.
I don't understand. Cat and Gobert just don't work. They just don't work. Like we gave enough time.
I feel like the Wolves have a good team on paper, and sometimes they played. Our neighbor just saw us.
Yeah, they're so confused why there's this setup over
I
here.
left the window open so like the light was shut. They're like watching us right now.
At least they get a free
They're probably like, what the hell is going on? Because like I don't really talk to them, so they're probably like, what are they doing?
That's so anyways,
Cat.
Like at the same time, Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid are out, and the Wolves obviously could have benefited from their presence. They got
especially Jaden McDaniels, who's like one of the most versatile defenders in the league.
Yeah, and they got Kyle, what's his name, off the bench?
Anderson.
I always forget his last name because he's so relevant. He's so slow. He's literally like that's your sixth man right there. Like they need
I mean, he's slow, but he's like a Swiss Army knife. You know what I mean?
He's a toxic as hell. Like he fights with everyone. You can just tell. But he's obviously good, but the game would have been much more interesting to watch.
Honestly, I expected like a way bigger game from Anthony Edwards. He was good last year. This year, he was really bad in the play.
He's playing way too passive than my liking.
Like Mike Conley has been their best player, like dead ass. He has been.
Yeah, even in the playing game, like Mike Conley.
I wish the Lakers had Mike Conley instead of D'Lo. Even though D'Lo wasn't bad yesterday, but
yeah,
Mike Conley's better.
I'm just trying to look at how many shots Anthony Edwards took because all I know is he needs to take more. He only took 15 shots.
Wait, what is that percentage? He went. What do you mean only 15 shots? 15 shots is a lot.
He needs to take
at
least 20 plus. As their best
player,
as their best scorer, Anthony Edwards should be
Anthony Edwards is not their best scorer. That's Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns also took 15 shots, but shouldn't he be more efficient as a center? 5 for 15.
Because he's not. Disgusting. He doesn't play like a center.
Well, that's still disgusting, man.
Like from deep and like all that.
Well, he's a power forward.
Rudy Gobert. Honestly, it's either Rudy Gobert has been really.
Rudy
good.
Gobert took 5 shots. They traded the first round picks for someone who's taking 5 shots.
But they knew Rudy Gobert is not some volume scorer. He's there for
which is
defense.
What makes them stupid in the first place for even doing that trade, man.
I don't even know. This Wolves Nuggets series is gonna end like 4. I predicted 5. I think I'm not sure, but
I predicted 5. But
so the Warriors Kings game was actually so interesting though. I'm so excited for the game too.
Which game?
The Warriors Kings.
That game is tonight, and I literally they just end up being such good scoring games as well. De'Aaron Fox is the Kings' best player.
I've been saying this. Everyone's been saying Sabonis, but I'm saying it's De'Aaron Fox. This man is clutch as hell. Comes up big all the time, literally all the time.
Real ones know. And Fox is unreal.
His first playoff game outplayed everyone, even Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Sabonis outplayed everyone on the court. He's such a special player, but they almost did lose the game though. They can't let the Warriors, who are the worst road team in the league, win any road games. They can't. They have to win tonight because the Warriors 100% will win their home games.
I just feel like the Warriors, like we said, Steph Curry, he is unreal. He'll make like you'll just see him like go off at any given moment.
I really
It's
didn't
scary.
like that last shot he did.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but
That like one-legged, no, come on. But the Warriors did have a chance to win that game, and Wiggins clanked that three, and I thought it was going in. Not even gonna lie to you.
yeah, Curry shot 11 for 20, which is not bad at all.
Wiggins is definitely gonna start next game. He has to.
Wiggins played
But
good
the
too.
Warriors
Yeah.
are a good deep team. Like Wiggins is back. He'll settle in. He played really good, but Draymond and Looney, they're gonna need to grab more rebounds because Sabonis out rebounded them just by himself, right?
And they were trying to tell us, a lot of people are trying to tell us that the Warriors' size isn't a problem, but imagine them against AD or Jarren Jackson Jr. Any big that's crazy down below. Like, who is gonna grab those rebounds? Looney is small.
And Anthony
Draymond
Davis.
is small.
Anthony Davis is also the best rebounding player in the league. So is Sabonis. They're top two. Sabonis. The Warriors cannot expect Sabonis to have another bad shooting night. He wasn't great the other day, but today I 100% guarantee he'll be better today. And you already know
Yeah.
Sabonis will grab those rebounds too. He's a great all-around player.
Yeah, like we said, Sabonis has had an amazing regular season. Had a bad first game of playoff jitters. Once those are gone, this Warriors King series, like I think a lot of people just
Jordan
expected.
Poole might not play tonight though,
Why
but
not?
Jordan Poole is so bad defensively.
He's literally a
He's
liability.
so
yeah.
bad. Like there was this one play where he was guarding Fox, and Kerr had to have three. He had to have Payton and Wiggins help. I think he had to have like three, and Looney. He had to have three of them help him guard Fox. Like that's just how bad Poole is defensively. Poole
Nobody-
needs to
yeah.
shoot well. He has to shoot well because
Nobody
his shooting
on
has
that
been
team,
really bad.
nobody on the Warriors could really guard Fox, and it's scary, especially down the stretch. Like the game was close and tight. Like even the clutch moments, it's scary to see how the Kings didn't fold to the Warriors out of anyone. And
Because the Warriors are always like coming back. Always, it's really
Always.
annoying.
And like
really
once
annoying to witness.
the Warriors had momentum, like they did get some momentum in the final minutes, the Kings were just hitting shots. Like they were like, yeah, you're not phasing me. Like it didn't even look like it got to them at all. Honestly, very impressive by the Kings. Like now, same with like the Knicks Cavs series and this series, the Warriors versus Kings. What did I say? Cavs and Knicks. Both of those series I thought would be like not close, but now I'm not even sure who would win each of those. I still think the Kings have a chance.
Yeah, honestly, I predicted Warriors in 7.
You predicted the Warriors to win it all for some odd
No,
reason.
I didn't.
Well, you predicted them to win the West.
Yeah, but because I still think the Warriors are the scariest team. Like when they
You're
flip on,
funny.
when they flip on that
You're
switch,
funny.
Mev, stop. You're actually trying to jinx it, and like, is it gonna piss me off?
You're the one who's trying to reverse jinx it. Like, please stop.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You tried to like you. I know
No,
you're
they still almost won the game. Like you can't base off if they're gonna win or not off one game.
Yes, but the Kings were the easiest top seed in the West, and the Warriors got them. So obviously the Warriors.
Yeah,
and
but
the
people,
Kings will be
honestly,
a close
everyone
game.
in their standings were underestimating the Kings. They're gonna make it a tough series. This is why I predicted Warriors in 7.
And that's because of Fox. Fox is not
But
going
if
to
the
go down.
Warriors, if it goes to 7, I'm not sure the Warriors can win that home game. Like I don't know about that. Like it's gonna be at the Kings, and the Kings are really good at home, and the Warriors are really bad on the road. So we'll see what happens.
I still feel
Curry's
like-
gonna have to have the best game of his career, honestly.
And I still feel like the Kings could steal a game from the Warriors home too.
The Kings are so like we saw many games this season where they just kept going and going and going. Like even if they were down, they kept scoring, and like especially against the Clippers this year, and it went like to double overtime or triple. I don't even remember, but they just kept scoring, and they're so scary from the perimeter because they have so many good shooters. Like they have a rookie. They have a rookie who has shot the most threes in NBA history. Like they're so scary.
And he didn't even shoot well either.
Like expect him to have a great game too eventually. Like His shooting is so good. He's such a good shooter.
Yeah, he only made one shot, Keegan Murray. But once he gets going,
he only took five shot attempts. He needs to shoot more too.
Same with Kevin Herter. Kevin Herter had a bad game.
Sabonis is efficient. He is not going to shoot 5 for 17 again.
And same with Kevin Herter. He's usually like insane too. Mm-hmm. Like he's efficient. He's good.
They just have better shooters than the Warriors do in general.
Same with defense. Like Davion Mitchell is crazy.
The
on
Warriors,
defense,
their most consistent shooters are Steph and Clay, obviously. But other than that, there's not really consistent shooting. But the Kings do have many.
It's just that the Warriors have. It's just that the Warriors have much better defense than the Kings, but the Kings have better.
But the Warriors defensively too are not as great as they usually are. So it's gonna be hard to contain the best offense in the league, the best offense in NBA history. And Mev, like we cannot forget how badly the Celtics dominated the Hawks.
I think that was like another expected game. Like a top seed destroys a bottom seed.
Yeah, but this actually shifted the sports book because now the Celtics are the betting favorites to win the championship this year. Do you think the Celtics are going to win?
No. I'm not moved because they beat the Atlanta Hawks, who have DeJounte Murray and like Trey, like his playoff run in 2021 was literally such a fluke. It's not even funny, bro. Like that had to be a fluke.
I wish he could have done that to a team that's not mine, but
I don't know, just the Hawks are just not a good all-around team. Like they gave it enough tries. I think it's time to blow up the Hawks team. I'm surprised they even made it. Like I'm surprised they even beat the Heat to be the 7th seed. The Celtics
are scary. I would not be surprised if they win it all this year. They're not my pick at the moment because I said Bucks, but Giannis is hurt. I don't know when he's coming back, but the Bucks were my favorite to win. But I really think the Celtics have a huge chance. So I don't disagree with these betting favorites because the Celtics are so scary on both ends. They will kill you on both ends. Which is like scary.
The scary thing is that if Giannis gets hurt and doesn't come back, this shifts the whole entire playoffs. The Bucks are supposed to make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Giannis better come back. That's gonna be such a letdown because if the Bucks are so good this year.
Yeah, because if Giannis doesn't come back, the Heat could possibly make the Eastern Conference Finals. Because if the Heat beat the Bucks, and then if
excuse me, if the Heat beat the Giannisless Bucks. If the Heat beat the Bucks without Giannis, they are not beating the Knicks.
Hannah,
we are way better than them.
Jimmy,
they're gonna be Jimmy.
Also,
stop. The only reason that they do beat the Bucks is because Giannis is not playing. We're way better than them. Like way better than the Heat. The Heat are bad.
Why are you getting emotional?
The Heat are not even good. The Heat won't even beat the Bucks without Giannis. I'm telling you that right now. They're not good.
Everyone just underestimates playoff Jimmy Butler. Just wait. He's done this before.
No one underestimates. Everyone knows he's good, but they just lost Hero, who's their third best player.
Who has been very inconsistent anyways.
Okay, their whole team is inconsistent. Everyone outside of Jimmy Butler is inconsistent. That team is just not good. They're not.
But that could be a crazy run if they do make the Eastern Conference Finals.
They will not beat the Knicks.
It's tough because like
the Knicks we're actually so much better than them. We kill them on like every level. But yeah, I feel like the first games have been so interesting. I'm so excited for
half of them.
I'm excited for all the series. Yeah, I'm excited for all the series except obviously the Celtics series, the Nuggets series, and the Celtics series. Wait, did I say Celtics already? Celtics series, Nuggets series, and 76ers series.
Yeah, every other series.
The 76ers look really good too. Like James Harden had like a vintage James Harden performance, I think.
I've literally been high on the Sixers
and the way the Nets are guarding Joel Embiid is so funny. They're like all like pouncing on him and just leaving everyone else open, which is not which did not
isn't working at all.
Did not work at all.
Funny because then
they can't do that.
Embiid's passing has been good too. Yeah. So now they have like nothing. They literally can't stop Embiid. Like he's so unstoppable at this point.
Now, but it's scary though. Other teams might try that on Embiid too, and the 76ers outside of Embiid are gonna need to step up.
Like it could be very interesting to see like if the Celtics are going to be able to lock down Embiid, which I feel
even if they don't, I still think the Celtics would beat the 76ers. It's been my take all year, and
if Embiid is playing the way he's been playing, like dominating, I don't see the Celtics beating Embiid in the Sixers.
If anything, the Celtics are better defensively. The Celtics are better defensively than. But honestly, the Celtics defensively, they do play small because they have Al Horford starting at center. So I think they might switch it up. Maybe start Robert Williams in the series. Not sure, but I think that Embiid will score a lot against in the Celtics series because they do go small. But that's going to be an interesting series once we get Celtics or 76ers. I definitely think the Celtics will win. But if the 76ers win, I'll be happy. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll be so happy.
But
So,
yeah,
yeah,
those are the first games of the first round. And
comment who you guys think is going to win the NBA Finals. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate all of you guys. Hope you guys have a great week. And we'll see you guys next week when we talk about end of the first round series, basically. Thank you guys.